Iraqi Dinar Today latest news. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the heart of global finance and the specific movements within the Iraqi dinar market. Today, we are slowing down the pace to address a narrative that has been circulating with increasing intensity across various social media platforms and news outlets. You may have seen the headlines claiming that Tier 4B redemption is now live and asking if your name is on the list. These are undeniably bold and attention-grabbing statements that naturally stir a wide range of emotions, from intense excitement and hope to confusion or even anxiety. It is essential to understand that headlines are often crafted specifically to trigger these emotional responses, but they rarely provide the nuanced reality of what is actually happening behind the scenes in the banking world. We are not here to amplify the hype or sell an impossible dream. Our goal is to engage in a grounded and realistic conversation about the current state of the dinar. When you see a headline like Tier 4B is live, it is crucial to recognize that the reality of the banking industry is far more complex and subtle than a simple green light. People often feel pressured to act quickly when they see such news, fearing they might miss a fleeting opportunity. However, reacting purely on emotion is where many individuals find themselves vulnerable to misinformation. By breaking down these developments in a plain and logical manner, we can better understand what these terms mean, what they don't mean, and how to navigate the information responsibly without falling into the trap of sensationalism. To begin with, we must clarify a fundamental point about how major financial institutions like Chase, JP Morgan, or Citibank actually operate. There is a common misconception that bank employees are quietly sharing secret exchange rates or maintaining private lists for early currency redemptions. In the highly regulated world of global finance, this is simply not how business is conducted. Large banks are bound by strict compliance protocols and transparency requirements. There is no insider in a business suit whispering confidential details to individual investors about an upcoming event. If you encounter anyone claiming to have such exclusive access or secret information, it is a significant red flag. Authentic banking shifts are not flashy. They are characterized by careful, documented, and public-facing procedures. When seasoned observers talk about seeing inside signals, they aren't referring to secret phone calls or hidden lists. Instead, they are looking at small, deliberate changes within the banking infrastructure itself. These shifts might appear as new internal training modules for staff, updates to compliance handbooks, or minor adjustments in how certain currencies are classified within the bank's internal software. These are the real indicators that a financial institution is reassessing its position or preparing for potential future scenarios. These movements are quiet, professional, and entirely devoid of the drama often found in online forums. Understanding this distinction is the first step in protecting yourself from the noise of the guru echo chamber. Let's focus specifically on the term Tier 4B, which has become a focal point for the dinar community. For many years, if an individual approached a major bank to inquire about currencies associated with this tier, the response was typically immediate and dismissive. Staff were trained to state firmly that they did not support those specific currencies and that no services were available for them. It was a closed door with no room for further discussion. This fast, firm, and final approach was the industry standard for a long time. However, in recent months, there has been a noticeable shift in the tone of these interactions, moving from outright dismissal toward a more measured and cautious stance. In the world of banking, a shift toward caution is often more significant than it appears on the surface. When bank representatives begin to use more deliberate and careful language, it signals that the topic has moved from the ignore pile to the monitor pile. Instead of saying, "We don't do that," some are now hearing responses like, "We do not currently offer that service," or "not at this time." This change in vocabulary might seem minor, but in a professional setting, words are chosen with extreme precision. Cannot is a definitive block, whereas currently do not, acknowledges a present state while leaving the door open for future adjustments or preparations. This subtle linguistic shift is what has caught the attention of those who watch the industry closely. Beyond the language used by staff, there are indications that internal system behaviors are also evolving. Modern banks operate on massive, complex software platforms that categorize global currencies in various states, such as active, restricted, or under review. When a currency moves from an inactive or dead status to a category that requires monitoring, it indicates that the bank is allocating resources to assess that currency's potential role. Banks are profit-driven entities that do not waste money on training employees or updating software for assets they believe have no future. While these changes do not mean a redemption event is happening tomorrow, they do suggest a level of operational readiness that was previously absent. It is important to understand why these currencies are being monitored so closely at the institutional level. The economies tied to Tier 4B are often significant players in global trade and regional stability. Banks pay attention to these movements because any systemic change in currency valuation or exchange procedures would have a direct impact on risk compliance and operational logistics. Monitoring these shifts is a matter of professional diligence, not financial speculation. For a bank, it is about being prepared for any scenario so they can manage risk effectively. This is a cold, calculated process of observation that is entirely separate from the emotional highs and lows experienced by the average holder. Another critical point to reiterate is the complete lack of secret appointments or private redemption groups. If you hear stories about people being called into back offices for early access, you are listening to a narrative that contradicts how modern banking works. Scams thrive on the idea of exclusivity, the notion that you have a secret that others don't. In reality, the real story is much more mundane. It is a story of less dismissal and more neutral, professional observation. The banks are not emotional, they don't get excited about a potential change, and they don't get scared. They simply calculate the risk and prepare the necessary scripts for their employees to ensure consistent communication. Staff training is a massive undertaking for any global bank, involving thousands of employees across various branches. When a bank decides to update its internal scripts regarding exotic or emerging market currencies, it is a sign of preparation without commitment. They are essentially making sure their front-line staff knows exactly what to say if and when customers ask questions. This prevents chaos and ensures that the bank's message remains uniform. By shifting from a hard no to a not at this time, the bank is preparing for potential future scenarios while making absolutely no promises. This is the hallmark of a conservative financial institution. The emotional side of this journey is perhaps the most difficult part for many to manage. When you see words like live or redemption in a headline, your brain naturally wants to leap forward and imagine how your life might change. This psychological response is completely normal, but it is also the moment when you are most at risk of making a mistake. Real financial changes in the banking world are characterized by mountains of paperwork, rigorous compliance checks, tax considerations, and scheduled appointments. It is a slow, methodical, and highly controlled environment. Anything that promises a fast, chaotic, or secret process is simply not grounded in reality. If a significant change in currency status were to occur, banks would prioritize order and documentation above all else. They hate chaos because chaos leads to errors and security risks. Any legitimate process would be highly structured, involving prearranged schedules and strict verification of the source of funds. This is a standard part of anti-money laundering AML protocols. Banks will want to know exactly where the currency came from and how long you have held it. Keeping clean, organized records of your acquisitions is not just a good habit. It is a vital part of being a responsible participant in the global financial system. We must also address the reality of scams that inevitably follow these types of headlines. When excitement peaks, scammers see an opportunity to strike. They often create sophisticated-looking websites, use official-looking logos, and even set up fake social media profiles to mimic legitimate bank or government entities. They may send emails offering early access or private rates in exchange for personal information or fees. It is vital to remember that a real bank will never contact you out of the blue to offer a secret deal. Official announcements will always be public, consistent, and easily verifiable through legitimate news channels and the bank's own official websites. The internal signals we are observing suggest that banks are quietly reassessing various emerging market currencies, including those often referred to under the Tier 4B umbrella. Assessment is a prerequisite for action, but it does not guarantee that action is imminent. It is a phase of due diligence where the bank looks at the economic landscape, the regulatory environment, and the potential risks involved. This period of observation can last for a long time. For the holder, the most effective strategy is to match this professional patience. Rushing into decisions based on rumors or unverified claims often leads to unnecessary financial loss. It is also important to maintain realistic expectations about the impact of any potential currency changes. Even if a redemption process were to begin, it would likely be subject to heavy regulation and market controls. Governments and central banks are focused on maintaining economic stability, not creating overnight wealth for everyone. The global financial system has built-in mechanisms to prevent sudden, destabilizing shifts. Understanding that any change will be managed and gradual helps you stay grounded and prevents you from making impulsive decisions based on a fantasy of instant wealth. If you are a holder of these currencies, your primary role at this stage is to be a calm observer. Ensure your physical currency is stored safely and that you have all the necessary documentation regarding its purchase. Beyond that, the best thing you can do is to ignore the voices pushing a sense of urgency. Urgency is the primary tool used by those who want to manipulate your emotions. Banks do not operate with a sense of hurry up or miss out. They plan months or even years in advance, considering multiple outcomes simultaneously. What we are seeing now could easily be contingency planning for a distant future. The claim that Tier 4B redemption is live is often a sensationalized interpretation of these very real but very quiet shifts in banking behavior. While it is true that internal systems are being updated and language is becoming more neutral, this does not equate to an immediate activation. It simply means that the level of attention being paid to these currencies has increased. This transition from being ignored to being monitored is a significant milestone, but it is one that requires patience and a steady hand. The noise is loud and emotional, but the actual movement is quiet and deliberate. The smartest position to take right now is one of awareness without emotion. You aren't late to a secret party, and you aren't early to a guaranteed event. You are simply watching a long-term process unfold in real time. By staying grounded and focusing on what the banks are actually doing, rather than what people are claiming they are doing, you can navigate this space with confidence. If a real change occurs, it will be undeniable, official, and clear. Until that moment, the noise of the internet should be treated as exactly that, noise. Real opportunities in the financial world don't usually start with a scream, they start with a whisper of subtle signals. We are currently in a period where those signals are becoming more apparent to those who know where to look. By remaining smart, calm, and protective of your own interests, you place yourself in the best possible position regardless of the outcome. Let the speculators speculate and the headlines flash. Your advantage lies in your ability to remain patient and informed. waiting for official confirmation rather than chasing the latest rumor. As we continue to monitor the situation, we will provide updates that focus on these factual shifts and institutional behaviors. Our commitment is to provide you with a neutral perspective that prioritizes your security and understanding over clicks and views. Stay safe, keep your records in order, and maintain your peace of mind. The reality behind the headlines is a story of preparation and patience, and by following that same path, you ensure that you are ready for whatever the future may hold. Would you like me to summarize the current official exchange rates from the Central Bank of Iraq for you?